Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, KCV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of crinkling, crackling. During my break, I paused between YouTube episodes. I paused and still could hear the ice crackling. I'm supposed to go back that way because if I do this smooth ice, it won't. It gets me to an impossible place. So I have to get back to the slabs of ice, which is going to be a challenge carrying these logs. But I'm up for it. Oh. Log view, but it was a little bit. I have dumped these logs. Or I've not dumped the logs. I've tipped the trailer enough to dump the logs, I think 4 times now, or 3 times now. And, oh, you know what would help, for sure? There. Turn on my beacons. That always makes things easier. I am trying to finish off the last contract, and I'm a little concerned the trailer is going to want to tip that way. Try to straighten a little bit. Okay, it looks like it's fairly smooth ice here. Take me over to the ice slabs. Okay. So far, I've not had to pick the logs up. When I've tipped the trailer, they have just unpacked, and the back gate goes out when they unpack, but they stayed in, and then I was able to just repack them once I got the trailer straightened out. So I've been lucky in that regard, but I do have the trailer crane, the logging crane with me. This is it though. This is the last contract. Still not going to finish. I could show it on here. I just have to drop these logs off to there. Simple. Not so simple. Definitely complicated. And I might have to pause every so often to cough, because also during the break I almost drowned myself by drinking something and not quite doing a good job of it. Yeah. Come on, don't. It's going to. Okay. Just very gently. I can't drive like this because then they might fall off the front of the back. Maybe if I go very slowly. Okay, I think I'm in a better spot now. One thing that I dislike about the game is the fact that if you unpack a load, it's much lighter than if you have it packed. Now in this case, that runs into something else stupid, which is the fact that when you have a load unpacked, logs only take up 3 logs when they're unpacked, and then when you pack them, suddenly they're, 24 logs or something. That's not realistic. This is not crackly here, is it? So I can kind of go around and make this turn. But with anything, if you unpack it, it weighs less. Not with everything. Certain things weigh the same. I'm playing on Xbox, so I don't have access to the files, so I can verify exactly what weighs what when it's packed versus unpacked. But I know people have told me that wood weighs the same. but like iron beams, definitely way different when they're packed versus unpacked. Sorry. Trying to clear my photos quietly as possible, but I don't have to keep muting, but I'm going to mute. Don't you hate when that happens, when you take a drink? So how much I talk, I'm surprised I haven't, like, choked on anything yet. I mean, I try not to talk with my mouth full. But I've got the gift of gab, as people have told me, which is why I don't mind streaming. I like streaming. And I talk about all kinds of things. I'm a little focused now. I said earlier that when they go on this ice here is just bad. It looks like it's good ice. You can't tell what's good and what's bad from the map. You really can't. Yes, I was saying earlier, often with SnowRunner, if I'm just driving around and play it to relax, I get a chance to talk about, you know, life and other things that I find humorous. But this map, whoa, sorry about all that camera changing. This map is not conducive to casual conversation. This map is conducive to concentration and panic. And I don't know where crackers might show up to the left of me there, so. What does the map say? It says to go up there. I think I can just ignore that and go this way. I think. And if I don't get close enough to that marker, I'm going to have to delete it. Stop the engine, I need fuel. And yes, you can delete single markers. It doesn't say you can, but in the map, if you use the same trigger, which in my case is the right trigger button, if you highlight the same thing you use to add a marker, because the left one only deletes the last waypoint. If you want to delete a specific waypoint, you have to highlight it just right, and then you can hold the right button down. They don't tell you that though, because it's very buggy, and sometimes you end up adding 2 or 3 markers in the same spot until you get the angle just right. If you rotate around, eventually you'll get the angle just right. You'll start deleting, but it's hard to be sure you get the angle just right. Up. I'm getting there slowly. It's the only way to get any place in this truck. But I'm getting there slowly. And I'm glad. I was looking to see if I could carry the logging crane and have a logging. You can have a logging front end for a long logs. You can't have a logging bed for medium logs. They thought, well, I could if they were on the ground. I knew they had fallen out. They're on the ground. I could have. I'm going to have to pick them up anyway. I might as well pick them up with me. Then I'm not through with a trailer. But it turned out, even though they were on the ground, they were still in the trailers. It was easy to pack them. And now I don't have to go back and get the trailer. Because once this, what is wrong now? I'm just fighting my way through. This is the Mastodon. For goodness sakes, didn't get through anything. Pretty much. Rocks, no problem. You know, I got a big rock there that the trailer is going to go over. Can I get it twisted around that rock? No. Can I get me twisted around the other side of the rock? Maybe. Out flipping the trailer. Without twisting the trailer is the biggest challenge. The bigger challenge. Yes, this is not a road, folks. In case you were wondering, this is not a road. They say it's a road on the map. Actually, I don't know if it says it's a road on the map. Okay. Is this supposed to be road? No, I'm not quite on the road yet. Okay. Is this the way to go? I'm in trailer view so I can keep an eye on the trailer, but that does make it a little bit harder here. Alright, we're through. Now on the map, it's a nice smooth road. Nope, it's not. It also has rocks. This might be a place there's like a landslide thing on this map where you clear the landslide and yet it still obstructs the road, like a lot. Not as bad, but a lot. I'm gonna get some more hydration here. Long stream. Not even halfway through the stream yet. If you're watching on YouTube, you want to watch the show live, twitch.tv/rollcage_TV. Links in the description. I stream SnowRunner on Sunday afternoon, starting at 12:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Run until around 7 or 7:30, somewhere like that. 6-hour stream. U.S. Central Time is usually UTC -6. It's -5 in the summertime, so it's 6 hours behind UK time. So 6:30 in the U.S. Yeah, see, now I'm actually on the road. Does this road not look like it's a road? And yet it's not a road? Anyway. Yeah, so 6:30 or half past. No, what am I talking about? That's in the UK. I stream SnowRunner at half past noon. No! U.S. Central Time. Clenchhorn, which is half past 6 p.m. in the UK, and half past midnight in New Zealand. And your local times may vary, but it's fun. Come join the stream. Come fill up that chat box. I stream on Twitch, and then I take breaks every hour or so, and I set stream markers, and I take that stream and chop it up into highlights, and then export those to YouTube. Hour long, what they call highlights. 55 minutes, I try. Around there, average around that. Sometimes a little less than 50 minutes. Sometimes it's a little more than 55. if I get over an hour, I start to panic because I know a long YouTube episode is less likely to get people to watch. But if you are watching the VOD on Twitch, youtube.com/@RollCageTV. No underbar on YouTube. There isn't a bar on Twitch. If anybody knows the guy on Twitch that does not have the underbar, that is just Roll Cage TV, if you know him or his heirs, since he may be dead, I'm willing to pay a pretty decent sum of money to change my ID. Yes, I will go into every one of the thousands of YouTube episodes that I have posted and change the link. I would be willing to go through that much work to get that guy to retire his ID so I can have it without the underbar, because literally everywhere you can think of, every social media you can think of, every gaming platform you can think of, my ID is Roll Cage TV without the underbar. Except Twitch, the place that I spend the most time, there's an underbar. No, I'm not going to go through the dozens of other places where I have an ID and try to change it to remove the underbar, or to add an underbar. But Twitch has the policy that they will, supposedly their policy is they'll retire, if somebody hasn't used their channel in like 5 years or something, they'll retire the ID, it'll go back in the pool, and then people can change it. Because with Twitch you can change your ID every 6 months or something. I've been tempted to change the Roll Cage TV underbar rather than underbar TV, but that's not worth it. Anyway, I complain about that every so often, once a month or so. I have whispered the guy. I'm actually following the guy. If he ever streams, I'll know. But as far as I can tell, he's never logged in. I've whispered him several times 5 years ago. No response, so I think my guess is he was like young and tried streaming for a little bit of time, then went to college or something and didn't care anymore, or something like that. Lost his email address, password, can't get logged back in. Maybe even created a new, see, if he created a new Twitch account, he might still be around. He doesn't have the ID to the other one. But if that's the case, might be able to get somebody to help. Okay. I'm not allowed to ask Twitch to check on a particular. Oh, save it! Oh, clinch hard! Saved it! I'm not allowed to ask Twitch about a particular ID to see if it's been inactive and whether they should clear it or not. But if anybody out there knows someone on Twitch, I would have to, I suppose I could pay for a private investigator and a lawyer to work something out. I don't think I have that kind of money. I'm not going to pay $100,000, but I would pay a good, decent amount. I don't know why it bothers me so much, except it is such an outlier. I know a lot of people that stream, they have all kinds of different IDs, they just display them all. Here's my idea here on social, this is my ID on social. My ID is the exact same on everything. Even social media you've probably never heard of. And if you try to contact me on any of those, now that I've told you what my ID is, I will not answer because I don't use any of them. But, you can look me up on Epic Games or Steam or something like that. And you know, you'll see. I won't answer you there, but I'll be there. GK, EA. Xbox. You can leave an obnoxious S-box on my gamer tag, and I'll just report you. I've been known to troll people. As a streamer, you get a lot of people that, you know, find you on Discord, because I'll post my streams on Discord, or try to make friends with me on Twitch, and eventually get to the point with, hey, how you're a good streamer. It's like, okay, what do you like about my stream? Well, you're very whatever, and you know, nothing specific. Nothing specific, because obviously they never watched the stream. They're just trying to sell me something against the terms of service, like sell me paid viewers or subscribers or something. And sometimes I do troll. I often, you know, I'll get a message on Discord from someone, a message request from someone on Discord. I've learned to just ignore it. But sometimes I've been known to not ignore it and just, you know, troll them for a while, keep them busy. But it is great to ask questions about, oh, you like my streaming? What is it you like about it? What games do I play that you really like? And somebody actually bothered to look at my channel and see a game that I played and said, oh, I like when you play this game or whatever. Yeah, that looks dangerous. Is there a way I can pull that trailer over before I... Oh, it's gonna go... Looks like there might be a tree I can use. Because if the trailer gets stuck on that tree, I could be in trouble. Yeah. Anything over there that's solid? Yeah, it looks like that's solid. This one maybe? Yeah, that looks solid. Okay. Yes, it is a bad slope. It slides to one side, and I do have a little bit of fuel with me. So I'm not panicked about the 12, but it's not a full tank's worth. It's only maybe a half a tank's worth. Yes, and I had someone say to me, for an example, yes, I'm following you on Instagram. I was like, oh, that's nice. I think I have a front page with my logo on Instagram, but I never check my messages. You're the only follower I have on Instagram. I don't post Instagram, but that's nice. I do have a Discord, but it's private. I was going to make a public Discord because people have requested it, but oh, something I can mention. If you're on YouTube, I want to keep mentioning this. Right now I'm promoting on YouTube. I'm promoting, if you go to my post page, you will see that I have posted about a new game that I'm streaming, and I'm promoting that pretty well. Oh, look, I can get fuel here, and then I can bring back this trailer maybe. Is there fuel here? There is fuel here. Yay! Okay, I need to bring this fuel back. I'll drag one of the... Maybe I'll drag back the empty log trailer and hitch to that trailer. But there's a thing on YouTube now that they're trying to do YouTube communities, which is like a miniature Discord where people can post. You have to be, I think, you have to subscribe to the channel on YouTube, which doesn't mean you have to. Anyway, I would like to get that started. That would be a good test to see whether it's even worth doing a Discord. I had somebody that was going to do a Discord help me set it up, because Discords are such a pain. So I have a Discord set up, but it's not marked publicly. It's not available anywhere. And but I wanted to have a Discord set up, but Discords are such a pain to administer. I know, because I've administered one with several hundred users before that was pretty active. So I would want to, if you're an administrator, you've got a good administrative experience on Discord, leave a comment in one of the YouTubes, and I will set up something. If you got a Twitch ID or you've got a Xbox ID, you can whisper me your Discord contact so that I know to accept that particular friend request. But yeah, chat. We can chat. We can whisper back and forth on Twitch, but if you're out watching on YouTube, you'll have to. You don't have a Twitch. There's no way to contact direct message someone on YouTube. So you would have to give me you have to give me your Discord ID or something. But yeah, I would like to do that. I would like to set up a Discord. But meanwhile, there is this YouTube community, and I think even my Twitch folks, most of them already followed me on YouTube, or they at least have a YouTube ID. So it would be a little miniature Discord thing. And but I have to turn it on. I have to set it up. But it's much easier to turn on and administer than a full Discord. So if you're interested in that, leave a message, leave a comment on the YouTube channel. And I will be making a post about that soon. If you're watching this on YouTube, it may be up now. So yeah, I'll probably leave a vote asking people if they're interested in it. If I could set up a vote on Twitch, which I think there's a way to do, I could do it there too. Anyway, I am just about done with the last contract. How much are they going to give me for this? Ready? Ready? I'm excited. I used to sing along with the song, but I don't do that anymore because I can't hear the song. What I hear is the replay of the song, so I'm always out of sync. Now see, I'm still hearing the song even though I think it's ended. Just in time, Iceman. We'll start fixing the power immediately. Yeah, I'm sure you will. 1,100 buckaroonies. Not worth it. I could get 2 sets of logs here. I had to go to the other map to get the 3rd set. Not worth it. Anyway, I will take it though. Now, let's see. There is a fuel trailer here. Now it's just taking back stuff. And it just so happens there's a fuel trailer here, and I got to take back my trailer. So one of the first things I can do is just take these things back. Where are all the trailers? I've got a bunch of scout fuel carriers. I have to get back. There's only one trailer store on this map. If something is way over here that's difficult to get, I could theoretically take it back to the other map, because there is a trailer store on this map. No, did I say go to the garage? This is the gateway, and there is a trailer store here. And there are actually 2 things here that I can't sell. But if you look here, only these 2 things are in the trucks and trailers. So it can be easier to get across here. But the way to do it is to go through this crackly ice stuff. But I can do it with a Zix. But I think for the most part, we're going to be going back to here. But I got, let me see where they all are. I know I got a bunch of scout fuel carriers here. And then this other one is fairly close. I think I can drag 3 of those together. If I get the long flatbed trailer, I know I can park 2 of them in there. I can't do it with a sideboard semi-trailer, but if I do the semi-trailer, I can park 2 of them in there, but then I can't park one with me. I could dump 3 of them in there, but they would roll around. Can't park them. I could have a sideboard trailer and then take with me like a rolling, whatever it's called, the flatbed, ramp flatbed trailer. And then that makes it much easier to pull the things on and park them. So like you get 3 of them all at once. But then the ramp flatbed trailer is the most difficult to maneuver around. But to get these 3, it's probably the easiest way to go. Because from here, I can go across here, which is treacherous, but possible. Directly through there. And the idea is to get them to the garage. Or I can come through here. And then across here, which is also treacherous, but to there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But first of all, since I'm here right now, and I have 2 trailers with me, I will drag these 2 back. And I can kind of go through this ice as a shortcut, but I'm not going to bother. I'll go back just the way I came. Even though it was tricky. Now, the question of how to do this, which one do I hitch and which one do I winch? Because yeah. Probably actually hitching. See, if I hitch the fuel carrier trailer, you would think that would be easier because then the other trailer can flop around and stuff. But the problem is there's no good winch point on the fuel trailer. It's like winches halfway up the trailer, and so it makes it very difficult to do anything. So I will try to take the logging trailer with me with the fuel carrier trailer winched behind it, because I think the logging trailer does have a now it's going to be tricky to go through this area that's coming up, because there's a spot here where there's an obstruction. It's here coming up. There's an obstruction there. There is kind of a way to go around here, but it's like you're risking a lot by doing that. So you usually have to go around this way. Now, fuel might also be an issue some places, but if I need to, I can have a truck with the fuel carrier on it, and then I can still hitch to that if it has a fuel, if I take extra fuel with it. Okay, where I'm at, 34 minutes. Let's do this. All the contracts are done though. If I stop my engine, you can see. Stop my engine, right? Yes. You can see here, Kola Peninsula, all the contracts are now done. all the tasks are now done. There's a lot of them. All the trucks, well, have been found. They're all sold. All the contests are done. Achievements. Are there achievements? No, they're not just achievements for the location. Yeah, they turned off the locations. I don't have all the achievements. I don't care about the achievements. So I'm technically done with Kola Peninsula, but it's 100% playthrough. And 100% means I'm not done until I've dragged all the trailers back and sold them. And also have scouted every spot on the map. So I'm going to do that. And this is going to be tricky. Let me tell you what. About there. A little farther. About there. Let's do the high side. This thing is going to tend to want to go on the low side. Okay. Okay, let's go, buddy. Oh, let's go across this bridge. Oh, yeah, you can't. Is there a way to go across this bridge? I think there is, but it's doesn't really get me where I want to go. I have to go along here and then around there and then go up here, but that doesn't really save me anything, so stick with the plan I've got. Well, I feel like I've got a chance now of finishing this up within the next, well, 3 episodes after this, which will mean during this stream. I would love if I could finish this up at the end of this stream, because that would give me time to start. If I finish it up like 5 hours into the stream, I will end the stream anyway. I don't want to start on a new region in the middle of the stream. But there won't be a disruption on YouTube. I've got plenty of content saved up on YouTube. I have like a month. I'm like a month ahead of YouTube, producing YouTube content. I've got a month more Twitch content right now than YouTube. A month Twitch. I'm a month ahead. I've recorded on Twitch. I've streamed on Twitch a month ahead of when this is being released on YouTube. So, however I want to say that. I'm recording this on Twitch in the middle of August, and it's being released on YouTube about the middle of the month of September. And I usually try to keep around at least 2-3 weeks of a buffer. I record 6 of these a week, but then only release 5 of them a week on YouTube. And sometimes it's because I need to take off for some reason, or I get sick or something, or other things happen, or I just want to take some time off of streaming. And sometimes it gets a lot. I get a lot ahead because I have no reason to take off, and I want to, keep my Twitch audience also in content. And I am just kind of trying to force my way through here, which seems to be working, but I also seem to need to make it a little bit brighter. Oh wow, that was much brighter. Did I set it to noon? No, 6 a.m. Well, I went way too far. 6 a.m. is still kind of dark, but it wasn't that dark. Sorry about that, folks. Watching in the dark. I'm confident I still have the other thing wrenched, right? Yes. Whoa! Oh, can't see! I've been told, and I don't know whether to believe it or not, that this vehicle is modeled after an old Soviet missile carrier parade truck. It's got a dual cab. You can't really drive it without two people on it. But that's what I've heard. That's what I've been told. Do I necessarily believe that? No, I don't necessarily believe it. But you may notice in the game, the quote Western vehicles, the U.S., the American vehicles, including the North American vehicles, and the European vehicles. Those are modeled after real. Those are named. They got a license for those, right? So they can just say it's a Jeep, or it's a, whatever the Canadian vehicles are, whatever. You can't do that when it's the Soviet Union owns the license, owns the intellectual property. Because in case you haven't heard, the Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore. So they just made up vehicles that model old Soviet vehicles. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be done with all of the contracts. All the contracts. All the tasks. All the contests. All of that is done. All the maps been explored. Now it's just a matter of getting all the trailers back in place. All the temporary cargo has been used. I'm gonna double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's all been used. Otherwise, I have to go there, load it up, and then delete it, which would be sad. I hate to waste it, but you know how they say, when you go someplace, bring this, that, or the other, and leave only memories. I don't know how that saying goes. I never gone camping. Leave only footprints. Yeah. Do this, that, or the other, and leave only footprints. Meaning, don't leave garbage and stuff, right? Leave only footprints. Well, that's what I believe in. When you go through a region, you leave only tire tracks. They reset after that. You leave only tire tracks. You don't leave any cargo. You don't leave any trailers. You don't leave any, half-built houses that have bricks, which you find in later regions. You don't leave any of that stuff. You just leave tire tracks. Because I'm that kind of a naturalist in this game. What is the phrase, leave only footprints? I don't know. I only leave tire tracks. My guy can't get out of his truck, so he can't leave footprints. Yes. I take everything available on the map, any temporary cargo. Now, there will be warehouses that you can't clean them out as cargo because they have an infinite amount of cargo. But if there's any warehouse that only has 3 loads of logs, only has 2 loads of short, medium logs like this one logging plan had, well, then take those 2 loads of logs and buy them out. And when you leave the area, you leave only tire tracks because there's no logs left. Once I get next area is Yukon, and what is Yukon like? I don't remember. I know Ontario is a fire place. Yukon is gold mine. You have to restore gold mine, I think. I've never played it. I've only played the first region, Michigan, all the way through before I started my Let's Play. That's when I decided, oh yeah, this game would be great for a Let's Play. I won't have to change the series name for 4 years, or 8 years. Oh, if you missed something, on my YouTube channel, there is on my homepage, if you scroll down, you'll see there's a featured games section. In that featured games section, there is a playlist for SnowRunner. Now that playlist is in the order of the most recent near the top. So if you've been watching before or you watch on Twitch and you want to catch up, that's a good playlist for catching up. If, however, you want to binge through a season, if you scroll farther on my homepage, you'll see an entire section for SnowRunner. And that section for SnowRunner has all the different seasons in bingeable order. So if you want to watch the whole series from the beginning, you can go look at the Season 1 playlist, and then the Region 1 playlist, and then you go to the Region 2 playlist, etc. Now, I could detach everything here and jump the truck back in the garage in order to get fuel, but I'm not going to do that. Because I have enough fuel to get me to the trailer store, and then there, if I need to, I can buy a trailer for fuel and sell it again really fast. Because I'm playing on easy mode, which means it's just a normal playthrough. I can, when I buy a trailer, it's full of fuel, and then I can use up the fuel and then sell it for the exact same amount that I bought it for. They should have something in hard mode where you get back half the amount you spent on a trailer if you go back to sell it. Because there's no incentive in hard mode to bring back any trailers ever. You spend the money on the trailer, and then you have to go refuel it or whatever. And then they don't take them back for resale. I mean, it's not like they give you a brand new one that, you know, still has all the health and safety stickers on it or whatever new trailers have on them. You know, they sell you used ones, and they won't take them back. Oh well. Do I have time to get to the trailer store? I should, unless I get a disaster here trying to go around this obstruction. Is it here? I'm leaning forward now, so if anyone's chatting, I can't see it. My chat is at my side. I don't have a separate monitor in front of me. And I have a feeling things are flipping around and tipping over, and you know what? I don't care. I just have to get these things to the trailer store in some condition so that I can attach to them and sell them. And I hope to get that done in like 6 minutes, and I think I will probably accomplish that. As long as I can get past that thing, that obstruction across the road now. Catching this just right is important, because otherwise you might get caught on the roots. I'm not even looking behind me, because I don't care what happens to the trailers. They might flip over, I can still drive them around. These trees are all pushable in this vehicle anyway. And it's very muddy and mucky and awful, but the Mastodon can do it. And on the way back, you can go across that log if you stay to the low side. As you're driving back on the right side, you can get over it, but you can't get over it going this way, because it's like on a edge of a ridge, and it's too much of a climb to get over it coming this way, but going the other way, you can't get over it. And again, the power of the Mastodon, not struggling at all through these rocks. As soon as I said that, I actually panicked enough to take my finger off of the accelerator button on my controller. Like, didn't get across the rocks. Alright, now I don't know exactly what the path is I'm going to take next. Once I get these trailers dropped off, I will probably buy a fuel trailer and then refill the truck and then see in case he wants to go in this direction. Otherwise, I can just recover him to the garage. And there's the Jeep Wrangler waiting to sell whatever he needs to sell. Let's hit this straight on. Stop. Stop the engine. Trailer store. Sell the logging trailer. Back up. Attach that trailer. Go forward. Sell that trailer. Turn myself around so I'm heading towards the exit. And again, if I knew I was going back the direction of the garage, I would just recover to the garage. But since I don't know that, I want to just get a wheel on here. I don't want to be in anybody's way. But you have to get up enough that I can buy this trailer. There's room for it. Stop the engine. Trailer store. In fact, let's go down to the maintenance trailer. I don't know if I need anything fixed. I think I probably do. I do have to go forward some. All right. I will get this now. Maintenance trailer? Yes. Okay. Refuel from the maintenance trailer. Does my fuel tank need it too? No. Okay. Repair. From the maintenance trailer, of course. Everything. Didn't need anything repaired, did I? Maybe I needed something repaired. I heard it make a noise. And sell it. And the YouTube episode. I am pretty much out of people's ways. I don't know what this guy is going to do. I will probably, very likely, just recover him back to the garage to get rid of that crane. But if it so turns out that there's like an easy trailer to grab over here, I don't think there is. Yeah. It'd be fun just to try to drive across there. Anyway, we'll see. I'll probably recover it back to the garage, but I filled it up just in case. There'd be something useful for it to do over here. I don't think so. Scout fuel carrier, scout fuel carrier, scout fuel carrier, sideboard semi-trailer. Oh, that's right at the garage. Okay. The semi-trailer. That's what I could use. That's why I left that there. That's what I could use to pick up. I was going to use that to pick up the scout fuel carriers. But I think I might not use that and instead use a flatbed, ramp flatbed trailer because I can get all three of them with a bed. Oh, yeah, that thing. Oh, that's such a pain. The Russian crane can't even lift that thing. It's too heavy. I'll have to go up there and get that with the GMC, probably. And it's going to be a real pain to get the GMC over there. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to get that. I'll have to get that maybe with the towing the The ramp flatbed might be the other thing to do. Get the actual Wrangler itself. Go up there, get the Wrangler to drive onto it with it. And Scout Flatbed is right near it. Okay. That's at the airport. Okay, and that's it. All right. So I probably am just going to recover this thing. But I will think about that in the next episode. If you are watching me on Twitch, stick around. I still got a good 3 hours to go. If you're watching me on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. We are getting so close. The next episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is 6 p.m. or $1,800 in the UK and $600 the next day in New Zealand. Either way, thank you much for watching. Twitch, stick around. YouTube next episode. I will see you then.